Good evening. Good evening, my fellow commuters, my fellow bike riders, or riders. So, as you can tell, if you guys been keeping up with my videos, I've been busy. So, if you notice, my bike has went through some changes. My main bike, number one, the Specialized Cross Trails disc. Excuse the voice, I'm a little off, a lot of riding, well, both bikes actually. Sadly, I ain't getting no recording done with the Specialized. However, because, I ended up leaving the camera, the Procrat. Because first, well, let me make this, let me tell you this story. Make a long story short. As on my video has shows I was using the Fuji, right? So I went to the bike store and, obviously I was recording, I wanted to record the difference. So I recorded the Fuji, thing went pretty well. I'm still getting used to it. It's been a while. I rode a road bike. And I believe this road bike is exclusive. It's more, I think it all depends on the tires as well. But judging by the tires is more for the roads and stuff. So I don't think it may have any like cyclocross talent, ability, you know what I'm saying, compared to the Specialized CT. Well, I maybe it all depends on the tires, but if it's made more for road, let it be for road because that's what I'm intending to use it for. So anyway, back to the story. So pretty much went to the bike shop to see if I could get to give it a checkup, the same way how you would take your child or your pet to a doctor. So I took it to the bike mechanic at the bike shop. Sadly, I couldn't really record. I don't want to. Maybe if I would have asked them, I could have recorded inside the store and promote them a little bit and put them on my video. But I'm gonna make that for next time since I'm a regular and that's where I got the bike from anyway. So just to get a checkup, So pretty much the mechanic said the bike runs pretty well. And if I set an appointment, reservation to get it, just a couple about $50 to get it pretty much tuned up, cleaned up, the works, it's one of their packages they have there, cleaning packages. So looking forward to get this bike, the Fuji 3.0 Newest or the newest 3.0. Looking forward to just rock the pavement out here in Phoenix. Now, so sooner or later, we're gonna have a discussion about, even though they're two different companies, right? Two different entities. We're gonna have a discussion about 2014 hybrid, right? Specialized CTdisc versus the Fuji, I believe 2011, 10 or 11. All right. Yes, different years, but my comparison is about how it rides because remember, this is a hybrid and this is pretty much a road bike. But I find the Fuji, maybe it's just me, maybe because like you guys know, I'm 35. I just find it unusual to see a road bike with with a stem that you can adjust it any way I want. I can make it, but it's just right now at the moment the way it is just adjusted perfect for me right now. So because when I do put my hands on top of the handlebars, right, on the Fuji, at least people can see me, especially daytime. So that's also very important at night. But I've decided the Fuji is going to be more of my daytime bike, more of a fun bike, hangout bike, going around. So it's going to be, I don't really need to upgrade it, to be honest. I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. It's a 3x8, just like my Specialized disc. Cross Trails disc. They're both 3x8s. So I can make a decent, I think it's fair enough for me since I own both bikes that I can make a decent, fair comparison, so. And this is just an amateur comparison because this is about hybrids versus a road bike, right? And pretty much which bike is, if you're planning to buy a bike and you don't want to hit up no mountains, you just want to commute. So pretty much this is a Specialized CT disc versus Fuji 3.0 Newest commuters, right? But it's not fair to give it a full review yet. This is just a prequel of actual verses because I only had the Fuji for a few days. So compared that, I had the Specialized CT disc for way over a month. So I can't, right now I'm very comfortable, of course, riding my Specialized Cross Trails, right? And I'm getting used to the whole technique of being more lean forward. And so, and positioning my handlebars down, when to put it up, and so I like the whole aspects of the brakes and the shifters is like right by the brakes on the Fuji. So that's pretty interesting. So at first I couldn't. If you watched one of my Fuji videos, I was still kind of getting used to shifting because of the positioning. So so that's fair. So it wasn't like I was just gonna jump on it and be like, yeah. And then at the same time, the wheels are thin. So I got used to riding, of course, on the city streets, on the alleyways, on dirt trails, desert dirt trails. All right, amateur build dangerous desert dirt trails. So getting used to the road bike wheels, the Fuji wheels, that was something else because the roads itself, the city streets itself is pretty rough. It's not smoothed out. Well, at least where I live, like I'm on the northern part, so it's not smoothed out compared to other places in Phoenix. All right, so like I don't know what's the deal, but it's good roads still. I mean, it's clean out here especially compared to New York places I've been. I mean, it's clean. It's just the roads, like put it this way, with the sidewalk, it's smoother, way smoother than the street itself. So, but however, with these tires, it's a little rough, but it hangs there though. It hangs there. I mean, it takes time for me to get used to it because now, since I got accustomed with these out here, right? With these tires, it's like I feel more confident riding out to the streets, right? I feel more like I'm one with the bike because I already had practice with it. Yeah, I mean, I seen the videos, and that wasn't even all the days I was riding. I started dropping those videos when I got the cam. So, that's the facts right there. So, now, what I want to really get into is you're going to have to, if you want to get a bike for commuting and you're not planning to go on races or try to get sponsored by a company or something like that, you're just an average rider. Like, and you may start off as an amateur because it's not like a sport like compared to these 9-man races what they do at these Tour de France things, but commuting, especially in the cities, like especially places like New York, Manhattan, and I've never been to these European cities at all, but watching it on videos, and you got to be pretty skillful to ride the city streets. You know, in traffic, you really, I mean, it might not be a sport, yeah, like, oh, is there a trail to see who can make it from one point of the city to the next? But especially if if you are or was a messenger, you understand what I'm talking about, because you gotta dodge cars. You gotta make that decision of if I'm gonna just go and pass the red light or not. Especially if you're a messenger, you just want to do things fast and on time. The taxis out in New York the yellow cabs, right? Those are like the sharks for messengers, for bike messengers, or couriers, or however you want to call it. So it's not a game. So now, the reason I said all of that now is, if you are planning to transition to these two type of bikes, or you're just planning to, like, you know what, you haven't ridden a bike for like 2-3 years, and you're like, you know what, man, I gotta get back on my bike game, but I just want something to get to work, go here and there. Road bike or a hybrid. So, and both bikes, right, are designed for long distance. That's another thing. You got to decide also comfortability, weight, what else? Besides being comfortable, the weight, speed, of course, speed. So, and other aspects we're gonna get into. So this is just the first part of the pre-series of the Specialized Cross Trail Disc versus the Fuji 3.0 Newest. All right. So we're gonna get into each. Well, I'm gonna do my best to get into each aspect of the bike. At least the basics, the handlebars and the frame, the drivetrain, and so on, as the wheels. Like I said, so on the road bike, like I said, it all depends where you live, right? The wheels itself, I'm still stuck on the wheels. I apologize. It's just that I had a rough. Today wasn't really rough. It was smooth and rough with the Fuji, to be honest. Today, I mean, it was good. Even though I ain't needed to really do anything with the bike, I didn't do nothing today. All I did was just added the reflectors in the back and gave it my old light to this bike, right? So that's pretty much what I did. I didn't do nothing yet besides its appointments to come up for a good tune-up and clean. So now, as you can see, the cross trails went through some changes. And we're going to cover that on the next segment on the video. But I'm just showing you, for those who's been keeping up and just passing through. And it's not an option to subscribe. You don't have to. You don't even have to hit the like button or not. And I don't even mind. Like I said, I stated before, it's just a hobby. And I just want to get, for people that just like me, or, well, not necessarily like me, but they just like, damn, what kind of bike I need? I'm a commuter. Bikes here, mountains, and what is that? And oh no, and then beach cruisers. So I'm just here just to break down pretty much my personal opinion, which bike is better and why, and pretty much see you back in a few minutes. Thank you, and God bless.